Yeah, what the fuck is dating in 2026?
We should never see this better.
It doesn't make any sense anymore. I don't understand. Does anyone know what they're looking for anymore? Does anybody know what they want? I've gone on a few dates from Hinge. Yeah, get me. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Neither can I. I've gone on dates where the vibes have been immaculate. It's never been awkward. It's been great. And then I don't hear from them ever again. What did I do? What did I do to you? Tell me, please. I wish I could give them a feedback form or something. I don't know what's happening. And then also, I've gone on dates where sometimes it's been okay, sometimes it's been a little bit but the obsession is mental. Why are you that obsessed? Yeah? Why is the person who I went on a really awkward and weird, and to be honest with you, some of them just quite frankly shit date, why are they the ones that are blowing me up afterwards saying we need to meet again? No, we fucking don't. We tried that. We tried. Yeah, I wish I had all the answers for you guys about dating in 2026. I wish. Someone watching has been through this, I guarantee it. Shut up and listen. Back in the day, you used to meet a fine lady or a fine man or whatever. You go on a date and you'd like each other, and down the line, you'd get into a relationship. And that was it. It was easy as that. I swear to God, it was easy as that. Now, you go on a date, and you might see them again, you might not. But instead of going into a relationship, you're in a situationship. Which, what the fuck is a situationship? Who invented that? Who invented that word? What is a situationship? I don't understand. It gets worse though, because it's not just situationships. Now, you get vibes. People are just seeing each other for vibes. And what I don't understand is you'll go back to this person's house. Right, I know people who have been together, seeing each other for fucking ages. They've met each other's parents and they call it, oh, it's a situationship. Oh, it's just vibes. Oh, it's not serious, but it's going down that road. We don't know yet. Stop trying to avoid accountability for being a shitty person, because you'll just be a shit person. One of you two is going to be a shit to each other, and then you'll give the golden excuse of, well, we're not dating. I don't see the problem.
You look easy to draw.
Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is dating apps. Yeah? Okay, so you install maybe Hinge, maybe Tinder, maybe, what are the other one? Plenty of Fish, that's one, isn't it? Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been on these dating apps and what your experience is like, but I'll tell you mine. I will install usually Hinge, and normally I'm installing Hinge because I've woke up in the morning terribly alone, as you can see. The bed will never get made. There's shit all over it. Sleeping next to anyone, but I am sleeping next to usually a bottle of Coke or a can of Pringles. And then I'll realize how cripplingly lonely I am, and I'll think, maybe it's time to get out on the market. Maybe I should tell my agent to make a couple of calls to a few clubs. And so I'll install it. My photos are already on there because I'm lonely. Anyway, so my Hinge profile is out there. The first couple of, I would say, like the first half a day, nothing. I don't even know if Hinge is even putting my fucking photos out there. I don't even, or no one likes me. You know, that could be a valid option. I don't deny that as an option. But, and then the notifications start coming in. You get some likes. You get some matches. You're thinking, ooh, we could be going somewhere here. This is fantastic. And then your phone just gets spammed. And you realize you have an abundance of options. And guess what? so does the other person. They also have an abundance of options. So you might talk for a little bit, but not really. You go through these profiles, and not a Sunday goes by where I don't now think, how many girls out there in the UK are having an F1? Having an F1. Having an F1. How many girls out there in the UK are having a roast and watching F1? How many typical Sunday... All of your typical Sundays are F1 and a roast. Or you get the prompt that says, don't be boring. Fuck you. You're boring. You could say something interesting and the thing you get back is, hi. The other prompt you get is, make me laugh. Do I look like a fucking jester to you? Yeah? Do I look like a fucking clown? You make me laugh. Fuck you. Another one I see is 6 foot plus only. That's fine. That's alright. I'll like that prompt. That's alright. Anyway, maybe you're lucky. Maybe you get some matches. You talk for a bit. And then it just dies down. Why? Because people have endless options. And the thing is, when you match someone that you like, you can't just come in and go, hello, how are you? Oh, I'm good. Yeah. Want my Instagram? Yeah, let's meet. It doesn't go like that, does it? Because there's endless competition. There's 1,000,001. Everyone's got endless options. So you can't just pop up and go, oh, hi. No, you have to blow them off their feet. Once you've done all of that, suddenly it just comes a bit too overstimulating. You've done your 9 to 5 at work. You come home, you're fucking shattered. The last thing I can be bothered to do is now think of something entertaining so that you might reply. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. This is why people generally don't get through this stage of dating, because no one can be bothered. Then you might get really, really lucky. Yeah? You've done all the Hinge stuff, all the Tinder stuff, all the Plenty of Fish stuff, all the Bumble stuff. So if you're really lucky, maybe you finally got that first date. Maybe after that ridiculously over-difficult, over-complicated process, yeah, maybe you've got through that. Now, what do? Well, typically in the UK, we go for drinks because we are all dependent on alcohol because we are all alcoholics.
You fucking wanker. And if anybody drinks it, make sure because people are sick of waiting 5 hours for a fucking drink.
The UK is just functioning alcoholics. That's what we are. So the first date, we codepend together. How romantic. Generally, you're there. You don't fucking really know each other. You've never fucking met. So you're giving a bit of fake chemistry. And, you know, you're pretending to know each other, but you don't know each other, but you know each other over the internet. And you're trying, sometimes maybe you even try and reference something that you've said. Doesn't really work. To be honest with you, sometimes it just feels like you're at a job interview, you know? But instead of, why do you want to work here? And the answer obviously being, because I want to put food in the fridge. It's, so why were you interested in me? Because I'm lonely and you're attractive. Why? We wouldn't be here if I wasn't interested. So you just pretend to do something and you have a good night. Sometimes you have a good night. Things are going great. You vibe really well. If you haven't exchanged numbers at this point and you're only on an Instagram or Hinge basis, maybe you've exchanged numbers. Maybe, if you're really lucky, you get a little kiss at the end of the day. You know, little smooch. Maybe you get a bit more. Who knows? Who knows? It's 2026. People can do what they want. And what happens after? Yeah, you never hear from them again. Ever. Ever. You could walk past each other in the street. It's like you never knew each other. You did all of that, and you're back to square one. And you look back at Hinge, you look back at Bumble, you look back at Tinder, you look back at Plenty of Fish, you look back at the other ones, you look back at all the dating apps, and you go, fuck that, I'm not doing that shit again. And you go back to sleeping next to your Pringle can and your can of Coke. Until a few months pass by, and maybe you go through that whole long, annoying, irritating shit process again. Maybe the first date did go well though. Maybe you did see each other again. Maybe now you're in a situationship. Situationship is one of the worst invented words I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't know who invented a situationship, but they need to fuck off. If you don't know what the term situationship is, I'll tell you exactly what a situationship is. So you know all the things you do in a relationship. Let's say you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You go on dates. Maybe you've met each other's parents. You might even go on a holiday together. You spend almost every day with each other. But you're not in a relationship. No, they're not your boyfriend. They're not your girlfriend. It's a situationship. People ask, oh, so where is that going? What is that now? Oh, it's a situationship. Essentially, let me tell you what a situationship is. I'll tell you what a situationship is. It's we're gonna do everything that's dating, but now if I meet someone else and I disrespect you, we weren't in a relationship, mate. It doesn't count. That's what it is. Because you can't call this a talking stage. You've been seeing each other for 3 months. It's not a talking stage anymore. You act like a couple. You do all coupley things. You do all the cute things that couples do together. Maybe cooking in the kitchen together, you know? Who knows? Well, I don't know. Listen, I'm cripplingly lonely. I don't know what you do in a relationship, but you do all of that in a situationship, but you're not committed to each other. I think the reason why this happens is people like to avoid accountability. To be honest, people don't really want to be held accountable for their actions, is generally what I would put it down to, but I don't entirely know. The situationships I've been in, it's tended to be that. I'm not perfect. I need to stress, when I say this, I'm not talking about the other people I've dated. I'm fucking guilty of some of this stuff. I am guilty of a lot of this, okay? But let's not sit here and blame one group of people for this. I'm talking about everyone. Everyone watching this is guilty. Bottom line is, you're in a situationship. It's fucking dumb.
Deleting Twitter will help cure your depression.
And don't get me started on fucking social media. Social media has single-handedly killed romance, and it's unbelievable. I noted in a previous video how social media makes you compare yourself to other people who live completely different lives. Yeah, social media does not help with dating. You look at relationships that are just unrealistic, or you look at relationships that look really happy on social media, but if you actually knew the ins and outs of that relationship, it's probably a lot more rocky than you think. Like I said, social media is 1% of people's lives. And when you look at it, it's mental, because you look at other people that might be options and you go, shit, he's got this and this and I don't. And a girl might see another girl on social media and go, well, I think she really likes my boyfriend. Oh, this is a worry. She's really pretty. You know, social media is fucking killing things, man. And all of these double standards for men and women, it's all been created by social media. Or should I say, social media has made it worse. Men are allowed to sleep with who they want and women get judged for who they sleep with. That's been further enhanced by social media. And to be honest with you, talking on social media, this links back to the manosphere. Watch my video on the manosphere. Please, please, for the love of God, watch my video on the manosphere. It took fucking forever. Please watch it. Kofi will really like you if you watched it. He edited it. It took fucking forever. Please watch it. Not only this, social media gives you attention from multiple people. And when you get attention from 10s, 20s, 30s, hundreds of people, it doesn't really give you a value in attention from that one person. I just got a Hinge notification. Don't include that in the video. When you get attention from all of these people, it doesn't value the attention you get off one person. And that's what we're missing now. We're long gone from the days where a man will completely fawn over a woman. A women? Really, Ollie? We're gone are the days where a man will be chivalrous and completely fawn over a woman because, oh, well, if Katie gives me attitude, I can always go to Lucy. They're made up names, by the way. Like I said, I'm cripplingly lonely. Also with women, gone are the days where they'll fawn over that one man. Because once again, for everyone, there's a fucking queue. I've been on Hinge dates. Yeah, I have. But let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. I remember I went on a Hinge date with someone. It went very well. We vibed. We saw each other a few times. One thing led to another. It was going in a pretty healthy place. But this is what I mean by you don't really know a lot of these people. But this is what I mean by you don't really get to know each other over dating apps as much as you think. I was on maybe the 5th or 6th or 7th. I don't know. It was down the road, right? We'd been seeing each other for a couple of months. I thought things were going quite well. I was thinking, wow, okay, actually, maybe I got it wrong with this Hinge thing. Maybe it's quite good. Now during this date, we got onto certain topics, and what happened next is what I can only describe as the most homophobic rant I've ever heard in my entire life. And I was thinking, did I honestly just waste all that time to realize that I was this close to dating a homophobe? You can't make this shit up. I also went on a date where instead of going for drinks, we went for food. Now, if anyone knows me, I'm not great when it comes to eating. Not in terms of being a fussy eater, just in terms of sometimes I don't even realize what I'm doing, and it's like I haven't even chewed the food, and I just devour it, and it looks really wrong. And I feel so sorry for the girl that asked me, or I've asked her, and they've agreed to come on this date, and they're just looking over at their date, and they're just stuffing their face with food. I'm really bad at it. So that's another thing that I did. Yeah, Hinge, it's been some interesting times on Hinge.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Now, maybe after all of that, you finally got yourself into a full-fledged relationship. You're calling yourself boyfriend and girlfriend. You're exclusive to each other, and things are going swimmingly. And if you have done that, can I be the first to congratulate you? Well done. Seriously. I don't know how you did it, but well done. Because I do hear some stories of people getting married and they've met off Hinge, and I'm just thinking, how the fuck did you do that? And number two, where did you find these people? Because they're not swiping right on me. They're not swiping right on me, that's for sure. Like I said, try not to fuck it up, because section 1, long. You get to step 1, it's long. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go back to square one. Trust me, you don't want to go back to square one. It's too long. If you get in a relationship from all of that long, frustrating, ridiculous process, fucking hold on to it, please. Jesus Christ. So if you have been scrolling through Hinge, you're more than likely cooked, brother, or sister. You're more than likely cooked, but give it a go. Why not? Fucking, it's either that or die alone, so I guess, which one do we go for? That's the end of the video. How did I do? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you didn't, again, why are you still here? You should have just clicked off the video, because it's not like it was going to change. But if you did like the video, leave me a like. Leave a comment if you want. Subscribe with notifications preferably. Fuck man, how do I sign these off? I got an idea. Yeah, can you outro my video, please? Yeah, can you outro my video, please? Yeah, fuck it, that'll do.